Hello, welcome to Karate Z. I am Sensei Z. This is a Karate Fitness video.
Karate fitness videos are exercises or drills specific to karate that I conduct during warm-ups, ordinary trainings, or fitness tests in my classes. I upload these videos as references for my students, but I also make it publicly available for anyone to view.
For this video, there will be 4 similar exercises. The first is Moto-dachi Squats. The second is Shiko-dachi Squats. The third is Nekoashi-dachi Squats. And the fourth, the Zenkutsu-dachi Squats. These are simply names of the basic karate stances. And I'll add in a 5th squat, that is the single leg full squat. For my classes, the Shiko-dachi Squats is a compulsory exercise that I give at the beginning of the warm-up session at the start of all my classes, whereas the other squats are only added in if the class is specific for athletic level kata sessions. The benefits are, number 1, works your quadriceps, the thigh muscles. Number 2, develops muscular endurance of quadriceps. And the last, it does all the above whilst training correct stance structure. The Moto-dachi Squats is exactly what it sounds like. First, stand on a Moto-dachi. Next, squat all the way down, then stand back up. Key pointers are for the Moto-dachi, ensure that the width of your stance is roughly your shoulder width. And the length of your stance is roughly the length of your lower leg. For the squats, ensure that the placement of your foot doesn't change as you go down and up. Ensure that your knee does not touch the ground on the way down. Do not stick your buttocks out as you squat down. Do not hunch your back or lean forward as you squat down. Do not rotate your hips as you squat down. And finally, keep your center of mass in the middle of your stance throughout the squat as you go down and up. Do not move your waist forward or back or to the sides. The Shiko-dachi Squats is exactly what it sounds like. Number 1, sit on the Shiko-dachi, but where the highest point is where your fingertips touches your knee when you reach for it. Number 2, squat down slightly, then back up. Here, the lowest point is where your wrist touches the knee when you reach for it. Key pointers are, for Shiko-dachi, point the toes outwards at a minimum angle of 45 degrees away from the front. The lower leg needs to be perpendicular or 90 degrees from the ground when viewed from the front and the sides. This means that when viewing from the front, you need to ensure that the lower leg does not point inwards or outwards. Basically, the heel needs to be directly under the knees. The distance between the heels has to be exactly the same as the distance between the knees, neither longer nor shorter. When viewing from the sides, don't point the knees frontwards. You need to ensure that there is no sharp-edged profile. Aim for a vertical shaped profile. For this, you need to point the toes outwards as mentioned before. Also, try to reduce the lower back curve. As for the squats, do not stick out your buttocks as you squat down. and do not hunch your back or lean forward as you squat down. The Nekoashi-dachi squat is essentially a one-legged quarter to half squat. First, sit on the Nekoashi-dachi. Next, hook the feet of the lead leg to the knee of the rear leg. This means that you start quarter way down. Then, squat down with one leg to a half squat. Then back up to the quarter squat position. Key pointers are, for the single leg Nekoashi-dachi, the rear feet need to be pointed 30 degrees away from the front and curve your lower back. For the squats, leave your upper back upright as you go down and up, and do not hunch your back or lean forward as you squat down. I originally planned for this to be a single video, but I've decided to split into two. So this is part 1 of 2. Please continue on to part 2 of 2 for the Zenkoku-dachi squats, the single full leg squats, and repetitions, which is readily available now. Do also follow my Instagram page. Lately I've been posting videos from my classes almost every day, or at least a few times a week. My handle is z.datu, that's zad.datu, so please follow. Also, if you don't already know, I have a website to serve as a good source of karate information in text form, and that is karatez.blogspot.com. Here I have terminologies presented in Romaji or Romanized, in Kanji, as well as the English translation, of course. I've also got etiquette, for example, how to bow, how to sit on the seiza, how to do the zare, the seated bow, a bit on the kiai, the dojo layout, and the reishiki, the closing and opening ceremony of each class, and on the dogi, or the karate uniform, the karategi or keikugi, and how to tie the belt, and how to fold the dogi once you're done, and also the ranking system. We also have a bit on principles. You got some general principles, you got the dojo-kun, the Shitoryu philosophies, the Go-doshin, the Heijutsu no Sanbyo, the Goshu Gokaku, and the Shuren no Kokoro-e. Now if you go into About and then Links, you'll see a list of Shitoryu and other karate organizations with links to their official websites and social media pages. You will also see a list of Shitoryu kata, written not only in Romaji or Romanized, but also in Kanji, as well as its English translation, with links to the kata videos.